Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tanatastic Talks. I have a friend with me, and her name is Julie.
Hi guys.
We have known each other for 10 years now. We met on the first day of university in line to get our student IDs and books, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy. She was like one of the first people I ever talked to. So we've kept in touch all this time.
Yep.
She was here a year and a half ago when I was diagnosed with functional neurological disorder. When she found out that I was in the hospital, she right away booked a flight. That was amazing. And then now she's back again for some visiting and for some business. And so yeah, it's been a great time. So I wanted to get her perspective on how chronic illness like affects her as a friend, but also like what she's seen from me before, how I was in university and in my master's degree, because we kept in touch all the time, versus like then when I got hit with everything, and then now when I've adapted a little bit more to my situation. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on today. So where do you want to start, basically?
Oh, that first day at school.
Okay, tell me your
Oh my
perspective
gosh.
from this.
So the year, it was 2009, and all of a sudden this girl turns around in line and is like, oh, I like your haircut. Where'd you get your haircut? And I'm like, oh, who is this person? She's very, like, who says that? But you know what? Like, it was really cool because Tanya wasn't like every other student at the college. We even talked about fashion back then this morning, actually. Everyone kind of wore the same kind of clothes, but Tanya didn't. She's from Montreal, so the fashions there are totally different. And she definitely was older mentality, older worldviews, used different vocabulary than everybody else who was around her age group as well. So
Thank you.
Yeah, oh, you're welcome.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then like as you get to know Tanya, she had all these quirks, like the words that she would say, and plus she's Italian, so she has lots of that coming out. And then you also hear the Montreal accent, so that comes out. Definitely a character, someone who's completely unique. She never tried to be like the other students, and she always had a very strict moral code and was like, I know who I am, and this is what we're doing, and this is who I am. So, yeah. Are you surprised?
Yeah. That's a very good synopsis.
Yeah, you're also very extroverted. So, like, you did really great work with the student council and things like that. Like, you always got leadership positions, and you always did a really great job.
Yeah.
But you did kind of feel the room, I feel. If there were other people there that were extroverted, you joined them and you like got everybody riled up. But then you'd also you worked at the college and the library, so you were also there's your introvertedness. So I don't know.
Balance.
Yeah, pretty much. So
I got to babysit books and and learn and be like the the person, like if people were being loud, like some first year people were afraid of me.
Oh my gosh.
Because I just give them like the Italian look of like, what are you doing? Right? If someone was being loud.
Like I connected with Tanya especially because she's an art lover. She loves art, so I actually had someone I could identify with.
Okay, let's jump to like when I was diagnosed with, because you knew when I was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome.
Your mom texted me. That wasn't even you. That was your mom that texted me.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what time of day it was, but I got a text message that said, Julie, Tanya's in the hospital. We don't know what's happening. Can you pray for her?
In September, when I was hospitalized again for this neurological condition that I have, like what was going through your mind then?
This functional neurological disorder is fairly new from what I understand. There's not a whole lot of research and cases, and it's not like it's cancer. You don't take chemo and you're cured. Yeah. Every case is different. But like it's difficult to watch your friend go through this, but even when there's distance, I'm from Alberta, you don't even know how to think and how to react. All I can think is that your parents must have been terrified, like maybe even more terrified than you were, like to watch their baby go through this.
Yeah. That's why they'd switch every night. Who was going to stay with me.
Yeah.
And the fact that like both of them were willing and ready to do that.
Yep.
meant a lot because they didn't have to, you know, but they did. So you booked the flight and you came down.
Yep. That's
You also sent me balloons.
Oh, those were fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So you came down.
And it was really different, you guys. Yeah, it was really hard to see you because you did have your symptoms and I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't know how sick you were going to be.
Or what that even was, I guess, right at the time?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just arrived and my friend is all like, it's hard to put it into words, right?
Okay.
Like just,
okay.
I had extreme empathy for you and like, I wish I could have done something, but there's nothing I could have done.
No.
And it's like,
I think it's one of the most frustrating things as a friend and as a family member to see someone that you care about deeply go through something that you literally can't do anything other than just be there, basically.
Yep. I definitely felt completely helpless. Yeah. I also didn't want to say anything or do anything that would insult you or take away your dignity or label you, right? Because you're still very capable of everything. One big thing was that you're always extremely optimistic. You always looked on the bright side of every single thing, and you were always talking about your future and setting up like a practice and things like this. Like it was strangely optimistic. I don't know where you found all of that courage and all of that bravery, and like it wasn't even fake. It was completely real, 100% real. Like how many people do you know that get dealt these cards that are, oh, well, you know what? Like we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
One thing I remember about your trip then, was when we walked to the park.
Oh yeah.
And we saw the geese that were hanging out there.
Yeah.
And that was so fun. Because I did like a commentary on the geese. And like conversations they were having or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess for me that was at least part of my personality that I figured, okay, I can still tell jokes. So that's good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know?
You're still exactly the same.
I mean, I've mentioned this on other videos before, but like I think people who are suffering with things, we forget that like we still have all these things within us that are just buried under all this stuff that has happened to us. And it's just a matter of eventually within time finding a way back to that place. Yes, things will be different. Things will have been altered.
Yeah.
But I think you can still find yourself within your situation that is very intense and emotional and overwhelming. You can still find that center. At least for me, I was able to, and I hope that through like videos like this and other things, you're able to figure that out for yourself. So like, what's it like for you as I know as a friend, you're saying that you felt helpless in the beginning, and now do you feel any different? Do you feel the same? Like what's going on for you now?
It's tough. I mean, I this like the fact that this happened to you of all people, like it still is very not fair. Like it's a very not fair situation.
I know it's not. Yeah.
Like because like I can't use the words you had, but like you were on track to have an incredibly successful counseling career, and you're still going to have that. It's just a little bit different.
I think even though we experience things that are not fair in our lives, on the one hand, that's life. And on the other hand, no one said that life was going to be fair. And that's a weird, stupid thing that we have to all grapple with. And it's annoying. Yep. It's annoying.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. And it's disappointing. And it's hurtful. At the same time, I think we get to figure out what we're made of. And we get to create, we get to create also who we want to be out of this situation. Even though it sucks majorly.
That's really good. Oh, that's so good.
Really?
Yeah, it's 100% true.
If there are any questions that you would ever want me to address, I will address them on this platform. So again, if you have questions, let me know in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them in future videos. So this is what we have for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Julie, for being a part of this.
Anytime.
Go follow her social media. I'll link it down in the description.
That's right.
And you can follow me on Instagram too, @Tanyatastic. And then subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Okay.